the game, we're talking about how the team just finds kind of different ways to win. Was that kind of fitting into the Dodger Stadium schedule this year?
It was, yeah. I mean, there's a lot to unpack tonight. Really good ball game, but you had the 2-run home run early from James, and then you finish with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the black from Doval, and CT walks it off. So a lot of stuff in between. Some really good pitching from all of our guys, and just trying to scratch and claw, and found a way to hang in there. We both went through a lot of different arms, and we came up with a big hit. And Mookie made some great plays out there, really saved us. And then that double play right there, where Kike lost the ball in the twilight, and it was just a big play, big pick in between Hopper and Freddie right there. So huge play to get out of that. Shelby did a great job, and again, we came with that big hit.
You mentioned kind of the pitching. What has this bullpen shown you over the last couple of months since the second half kind of started?
They've really found themselves, and they're available whenever needed. They fill the strike zone. They're swing and miss when there needs to be. There's not a lot of walk in there, and the second half, I think we've been as good as anybody in baseball.
It's been a little while since Chris played shortstop. How impressive is it for him to sort of come in mid-game like that and make that sort of instinctual play?
It's impressive. It's not surprising. He takes grounders every day. He's a true shortstop. So for me, to be able to have 4 different guys that you feel like you can plug in at shortstop at any moment is certainly comforting, and it's not surprising.
Considering how last season was for him, how important is it for him to have this sort of stretch like he has the last couple of months where the bat's rotating out a little more, and obviously the glove being able to bounce around a little bit more?
Yeah, he's healthy. He's playing really good baseball. I just feel, it's just nice that you can sort of deploy him wherever and whenever you need to, and you trust him in any spot on defense in the batter's box, and he's just come up with so many big plays, so many big hits throughout his career for us.
And Dave, how do you, what is the importance of evaluating pitching staff, Lance, and the bullpen ahead of October and the game like tonight?
Well, we're always evaluating. I thought tonight, just like Lance's last outing, there's a lot more swing and miss. I think, there are a couple walks in there that, we'd love to have back. But as far as the stuff, it's really good. Expect the same thing when he goes on Friday. And, as far as the bullpen, using them enough to win a game, but trying not to use them too much to, overtax them. And I think they've all kind of taken to that.
Has the defense been an underrated part of the team this year?
It has. I think early on, I just don't think we were great. But for the last few months, we've been elite, and pitching and defense go hand in hand. And so the outfield defense, the infield defense, all that stuff, I think, has attributed to one of the best pitching staffs in baseball right now.
There's been a lot of rule changes too. One of them was the shift. So how have you guys been able to optimize with the play positioning?
I think we've done a great job of, it's nice when you have guys, certainly 2 guys in the middle, where Rojas and Mookie get off the wall so well. That certainly helped the range part of it to combat the shift.
2 questions, 2 quick ones real quick. Lance's stuff plays up here. We've talked about earlier, the fly balls that maybe went out in Chicago, stay in here. Does that influence where you want him to pitch in a playoff series, whether it be at home or away?
I don't know. I think that he's still, I do believe that, I think that's totally fair. We've talked about that. But if he's throwing the baseball the way he's capable of, then I think this stuff plays in.
And then the second one, Phillips hasn't been as dominant in September, last 6 outings. Got out of it tonight, but is there any concern there at all?
No, he gave up the, the hit batsman wasn't ideal. There was a block base hit, and then right there he bared down and made pitch when he needed to. So I trust Evan. Evan's going to be just fine.
Is Lance making a late run for that gold glove?
Yeah, I don't know if he's made a play like that in quite some time. So he got off the mound pretty well, and that was a big play right there because we were in a tight spot.
The dugout seemed to enjoy it too.
Yeah, exactly. That was a good one.
Dave, you see Freddie put in the work before the game defensively. That double play doesn't happen without that play that he makes, that pick. Is his defense just underappreciated because offensively, he's so great?
I think so. It's something that he really takes pride in. He works on it every day. He's as good as anybody at going back on pop-ups. And that was an in-between backhand play. That was a tough play with a little side spin. And so, yeah, it's a different ball game if he doesn't come up with that clean.